guys, welcome to Broad Street to Britain, a UK Phillies show with me, Dave Shaw, and I'm excited. Baseball is well and truly back. Team GB are beating the Brewers. You can't make this up. We're winning it all, guys. Harry Ford's hit a home run, and all of a sudden I've got my energy back for baseball. There's weird goings on. Harper, first at bat with America, he's got a double. Keaton Anthony's playing left field for the Phillies. What's going on? Dante Nori's pitching for Italy. What? Crazy day. And a tweet to top it all off on what I read just a minute ago. Please give me images because this is mental. And I repeat, a large fight has broken out after the Orioles' Pete Alonso hit a home run and proceeded to trot the bases with a 14-foot American flag. Netherlands catcher Chadwick Tromp confronted Alonso at the plate. Lots of punches exchanged. Dylan Beavers is unconscious around first base. What a mess. What is going on? Oh, baseball's back, baby. As ever, it is me, Dave Shaw, and I'm joined by my two regular co-hosts, Morgan and Richard, and a very, very special guest, which I'll get to in just a second. But first of all, Morgan, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, spring training's fully here. We've seen a lot of Justin Crawford. We've seen a lot of Bryson Stott looking great. There's been some fun eyes on like the bullpen and stuff like that. And as you say, WBC's here, and later this week we actually get competitive baseball for the first time since November. So yeah, doing good.
This week, it's now. Team GB are beating the Brewers 7-2. Now, yes, we are using the Brewers pitchers because we're short and we're borrowing players. But who cares? Who cares? It's kind of surreal just seeing Great Britain against Milwaukee Brewers. They're playing the Padres tomorrow. And then we've got Mexico Friday. I'm excited. Richard, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, yeah. Everton have won 2 in a row. The Flyers have won 3 in a row, somehow. You know my thoughts on spring baseball, so I don't have much to say on what's been going on as I haven't seen it, but I am doing well. Everything else is going well sports-wise for me.
Exactly, yeah. Brighton have won 2 in a row. Everton have won 2 in a row. Like, what's going on? Formula 1 starts this weekend. Yes, the sun's out. I know, no weather talk. I got slated for that last week. We're starting the show with weather talk. We're not doing it. And we are joined by a special guest. It is John Foley at 2008 Phils. John, thank you for coming on. How are you, buddy?
Doing good. Thanks, Dave. And good to see you, Morgan, Richard. Yeah, man, it's March 3rd. Baseball season is right around the corner. It's a beautiful time of year.
It is a beautiful time of year, and there's a lot going on for yourself. Some new ventures, which we'll get into very, very shortly. But for those who don't know John Foley as well, we're going to get to know John Foley, like we did with Spencer on episode 1. We're going to ask you some questions to get to know you, John, and about yourself. So, first of all, plug yourself, buddy. Where can we find you on the socials?
On the socials, you can find me on Twitter and on Blue Sky. With the same at 2008 Phils with a Z. You can find me on Substack and subscribe there at 2008phils.substack.com. And one more venture that I think we'll get into later.
Yes, love it. By the way, Substack well worth a follow, subscribe to John's newsletter as well. And if you haven't come across his tweets, and I'm pretty sure everybody has, you must have, because John regularly goes viral with his brilliant humour and his wit and his tweets, and of course the comparisons to the 08 and the 1980 World Series runs. I love it. That's when I know it still gets me excited. Like, I love the comparisons.
Yeah, some people love it. Some people maybe not so much. I feel like after a few years.
No, John, never give it up. Never. I love it. It's fun. It's fun.
I'll do it for you.
Don't let the fun police bring this down.
Sounds good. I'll keep it rolling.
Where's your hometown, John?
Born and raised in Philly, in the beautiful neighborhood of Kensington. Grew up a fan, and a fan to this day. It gets in your blood.
And that's on to my next question. How did you become a Phillies fan?
Yeah, there was really no choice involved. Just everyone around you is a fan. The game's on TV every night. Everyone older than you is watching, and it's that's what I really love about the game so much is that it's pretty much every night. It's part of the fabric of the community. There's the Phillies baseball community, and there's also the community of Philadelphia. And you can meet a perfect stranger on the street or in Wawa, wherever, and just talk about what happened in the game the previous night. And that's true whether the Phillies are good, bad, no matter what.
There's never a dull moment.
and they're usually entertaining, even when they're not winning games.
That's so true. Like last year, I was walking around my UK Phillies T-shirt, and then just a random guy goes, "Oh, I love the T-shirt. Where'd you get it from?" And I was like, "Well,
that's a little bit of a story."
Yeah, but it's just you're right. The community, and even if you're wearing Phillies gear, and it's the same with the Flyers, Eagles, the Sixers, any Phillies sports, people just want to talk sport, and you just don't get that anywhere else. And I even found it when the Phils came to London. People, if you're in any sort of Phillies merch, people would just go Phils. Where you'd hear one of the best things at that weekend was me and Spencer actually on the Wednesday evening. We're at Buckingham Palace. We're just doing some sightseeing. I was showing them around, and there was Phil's caps like dotted everywhere, and all you could hear around Buckingham Palace was "Go Phils, go Phils, yeah!" Someone's going "Go Birds!" Like this is just surreal. Like you got the Queen's Guards over there, you got Buckingham Palace, and all I can hear is "Go Phils, go Birds." I love it. I love this fan base.
It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing.
It was a beautiful. I'm proud to be a Phillies fan. Who was your favorite Phillies player growing up?
So I was born in '81, so I got to see sort of the tail end of Mike Schmidt's career. During those years when I was real little, he was the only reason to go to the games, basically.
Yeah.
You're waiting to see him bat. They're losing 100 games a year. But yeah, it's hard to not pick Schmidt. I don't know. I always loved Von Hayes at the time. He was another guy that was, who was solid. Had a bad rap with the whole 5-for-1 trade and everything, but yeah, those are some of the guys early on, and then thankfully, I was in my 20s. Then the guys started showing up that were part of the 2008 championship team. You had your Rollins and your Utley and your Howard Hamels.
It's funny because in 2012 when I started becoming a fan, it was the tail end of their careers.
Right,
and the dreadful 96, 97 lost seasons.
That's good. You gotta pay your dues.
That's right. Yeah, first 10 years of no playoff baseball. It was, because I was still new to the sport, I was still enjoying going. Like, the whole novelty of being there, being in Philly, being at Citizens Bank, cheering on Ben Revere, and the tail end of Ryan Howard and Dominic Brown. We'll get excited about
Dominic Brown. Yeah,
Michael Franco. Yeah.
Some big hopes and dreams.
Some big, yeah. I still love it. Every time I'd gone, even then, it was just so much fun. And again, you just get talking to people. You're hanging out, having some beers, watching Phillies baseball. Yeah, we sucked, but it was good times. It was good times. I feel like you earned the stripes.
That's one of my favorite things about sports fans, just in general, is you two can just sit there just naming like random players, and you just hear a name and go, "Yeah, that's all we need. That's all we need." That's an entire conversation for sports fans.
Yeah, Brock Stassi had that amazing spring training, never quite made it, but good for Brock. Yeah. And then Reese was the first one to really come through and sort of lead the wave that then followed after that. And
oh man, yeah, 2017 when he came up late in the season, went on that home run binge, and man, it was, people wonder sometimes why fans are so locked into Reese Hoskins, and why we're always worried about what he's doing. Is he coming back? When there was a rumor,
so true.
For that season, that was the biggest thing that happened in a long time in Phillies baseball.
So. He was the first player I properly followed from draft coming up. So when he first got called to the majors, it's like, right, I'm not going to sleep until I've seen Reese Hoskins hit a home run, because I feel like then I've followed the whole journey. And it took him a while. It took him a while to get going.
He was like 0 for his first 12.
Yeah.
And then after that, it was like 2 home runs a day.
Yeah, I couldn't even cheer when he did it. I was so tired. Like I think it was 4 nights. 3 or 4 nights of just blurry-eyed. Then when he did it, I was like, I can finally turn this off, because I am so tired. I need sleep. But it was, and then, and then following his career, like you're right, and then leading up to that big playoff moment he had, it was just so special. And it was so Philly, when he came to the plate. I remember people around me, some of them were booing him going up to plate, because he was on such a bad run.
Yeah.
And, you know, me and my friends who I was with at the time out there, we were like, no, come on. It's the playoffs. Give him a chance. We'll never give up on Reese. He's going to go. And someone said, jokingly said, he's going to go yard here. And, of course, when he did, and, of course, all the people who were booing, we were embracing with. And it was chaos. It was chaos.
I was lucky enough to be at that game, man. And it was one of those moments where just everyone's hugging strangers, losing their minds.
I was standing just underneath the scoreboard. In fact, where I saw you last June. But on the rails, and I had 2 rally towels that went missing during that. You know, you need to throw your arms in the air, and it's just I was running up and down, like just hugging people. Oh man, I loved Reese. I will always love Reese Hoskins. He's still one of my favorites, and I hope it works out for him at the Guardians as well. I really do. It's just bizarre seeing him sign a minor league deal.
Yeah, for like 1.5 mil.
Yeah,
that was. I mean, I know he struggled last season, but I think they got a bargain out there in Cleveland.
Yeah, and his injuries has been the real kickback for him. If he gets healthy, has a good run, you know what? The Guardians could have themselves a steal there. I hope they have. I really do. Favorite cheesesteak spot in Philly?
Favorite cheesesteak spot? I'm gonna throw a little bit of a curveball. I know the spots that most people say. I'm gonna go with Iskabibbles. It's
I've
lesser.
Never heard of it.
It's lesser known than the tourist spots or the places most people name. But I had myself a place in South Philly for the summer last year, year before, and tried every cheesesteak in the area and settled with the idea that I was going to figure out what's actually the best. And Iskabibbles I think they have multiple locations. It was Iskabibbles 2 near me that delivered. This is not sponsored. I will tell you, they have some incredible.
But if they're listening, I'm sure you'd take a free cheesesteak.
But if they're listening, send one my way. I'm hungry.
Rich, have you been there? You were nodding your head there.
I've been past it, so it was actually on our list of places to go. But like, there's so much good food in Philly, and I'm now torn in the trap of like wanting to try all these places. Then also, when I go back, I'm like, well, I want to go to Angelo's again. I want to, go to all these places. I want to go to Monk's. I want to go to Khyber Pass. All these places, and it's like, how do I fit in these new places when it's it's not like a short trip. It was on the list, but we just couldn't fit it in.
Khyber Pass,
next
those
time.
wings. Man,
that's another good spot. Yeah,
that's what we went there twice last June, didn't we? We really enjoyed some of the beers on the. What was that beer I had, Rich?
Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was really good.
Oh, it was like a dark orange beer. It was bizarre, but it was great. It was one of the best things.
It was a bit like an adult Calpol.
No, it wasn't. Right? Like
I think it was. I think it was not.
You're really doing it an injustice there. Favorite bar hangout spot in Philly?
So many good ones. Where I've been recently. Oh, over by Passangino's, there's one of the garage.
Yes, big shout. That's my favorite. We were there last year, Rich.
We were there at like just before they closed at whatever time in the morning.
We got kicked out because we want to keep drinking.
It's a great spot. And they wide selection, and it's just chill. They always have the game on. So yeah, that's a good spot. But again, there's a lot of them.
That was at 6 a.m. night, wasn't it, or morning? It went.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I even went to sleep, to be honest.
Oh man.
South Philly, man. Favorite place to grab food at the ballpark?
At the ballpark, I always hit up Campo's. Another fantastic cheesesteak spot. My son, he loves it too. And we don't even have a conversation. We walk in the stadium and we know exactly where we're going.
It's amazing. Everyone has their go-to spots at the ballpark straight away as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Campo's, if people haven't tried that. Again, not sponsored, but Campo's, maybe we can work something out. And yes, it's delicious.
We had that. What was that cheesesteak we had at Bulls?
Was it not the burnt end cheesesteak? I think.
Yeah, that's it. Burnt end cheesesteak. That was
You can't go wrong with Bulls.
I had to remortgage my house, but wow, what a cheesesteak that was. I had it twice. That was fantastic. What's your favourite place to watch the game at Citizens Bank Park? And I won't take everywhere because that is true, but have you got an area you just love going to?
So I noticed, I'm looking at your faces, you all have a similar affliction to me in terms of the pigmentation. So I always, when I was getting a partial season ticket package, I'm on the Sunday package, and I did a lot of research into where there's some shade for me to sit.
Oh, yeah.
So there's websites dedicated to this, to figuring out where the shade is in the ballpark at a certain time. Wow. So like Sunday 1:00 games, most of the stadium is just bathing in sunshine. But the back row on the third baseline around section 136, we're chilling.
That is some research right there.
It's some intense research. Specific. And it's very specific, but that's the place to be. The only problem is can't really see the main Fanavision from there.
Yeah.
But I usually wander around a lot anyway.
Yeah, that's what I love doing. That Sunday was the hottest I've ever been sat watching any sport.
That Sunday night baseball.
Yeah. Like we were out there was no shade. The game was sat by the scoreboard at the front, and I've never just sat there and just sweat. It was actually nice when we got home runs to get up and just stretch out and cover everyone in drips of sweat.
That's great though, man. Especially after the winter. Just thinking about that, I'm like, yeah, give me a hot 90-degree night.
Yeah, right now I'll take it. Yeah, the winter we've had, give it to me now. Big or wild Phillies hot take for 2026?
Big or wild hot take? Oh man, something I should be prepared for. I'm really big on the Bryson Stott hype this season. In that, he's tearing cover off the ball in spring training. We've seen that in a small sample size. But also, you look at his August, September stats, and he had like an OPS near 900. He's a guy, I think he's 27, 28. It's not an unreasonable age to really make a leap. And, he has Gold Glove defense already. He sees a lot of pitches, provides value to the lineup that way. So I'm going to make a prediction that Bryson Stott an all-star in 2026.
I love that. That's a great one. Back that one, boys. We'll come back to him when it doesn't. Yeah, it is a terrible. John said Stott was going to be really good this year.
How close do you think he gets to his 23 season? Because I'm fairly sure he led the team in WAR in 2023. He was that good. How close do you think he gets that? Because that was his breakout where he hit 280 in everything.
Yeah, I think he can do. So I think he can do even better offensively. I would imagine that a big chunk of that WAR was defensive, D-WAR or whatever. But I don't think he's ever had an 800 OPS, and I think he could do that this season because it's not just small streaks. It's like he did it for 2 continuous months to end last season, and there's a mechanical adjustment to explain it. He's got a little bit of his lower hands and the Schwarber-like stance.
You put that in one of your Substack articles, didn't you?
Yes.
I think it was, yes.
You can tell I'm very excited about this. I'm writing about it. I'm on the pods talking about it. So Bryson, listen, man, I need you to come through. Or it's going to be very embarrassing on a personal level.
Yeah, I was reading it earlier, and you've got the screenshot of it's a grand slam. He's wearing a City Connect uniform, and his hands are really close to his body. And then there's a screenshot from earlier in the season where his hands are high and far away from his body, and it's when he wasn't hitting well. And then you can see this adjustment he makes, and I like that. I like that shout for Bryson.
Exactly, and it's always comforting when there's the change in stats and it coincides with a mechanical adjustment, and you're like, okay, he's figured something out here. And it's carried over into the spring so far, so hopefully you just keep it going.
It'd be huge for the Phils as well. If Bryson can get going, Bohm as well, just those 2 key figures. We've seen it. Of course I'm going to bring Bohm into this. Yeah, I know, any excuse. Look, he's hitting 100 home runs.
Nobody mentioned Alec Bohm.
Every show. It's never not going to happen.
But no, Bohm is not one of these guys. Somebody has to step up. Besides the big 3, right?
Well, I don't know if anyone saw it. He did go to deep dead center against the Yankees off Will Warren, who Warren is a good Yankees pitcher. He went to deep dead center the other day. He's got an OPS starting with a 2 in spring training so far. Like, I am fully on board.
Don't get me excited about spring. This is the
I
worst
will,
thing you can
because
do.
I am going.
Anytime you say, I don't know if anyone saw it, just assume that I haven't.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at box scores. I was looking at the bullpen from today's game where we lost to the Rays. Like, oh yeah, Nolan Hoffman threw a
I didn't even know we played the Rays today.
I am
Which
that
is not good
obsessed,
for the
but I'm
brand.
like, yeah, I'm checking box scores in spring, so I know what Bryson Stott's OPS is already.
Hey, Morgan, I'm doing the same. The game was not broadcast today. I had to check out the box score. Go to Justin Crawford first. Make sure he got a hit. He did.
Yes, he did.
1 for 4, but
Yeah, hey, I'm on board the Crawford hype train. I am very much looking forward. We're getting to that. We're getting to that shortly.
Okay.
Two more questions before we peak with the Phils.
Awesome.
Well, actually, you think you just answered it. The player you're most excited about for 2026, but you're on the Stott train. You're not coming. You nailed your colours to the mast on that one.
Yeah. I'm all in on Bryson Stott, and we'll see how it goes. Don't let me down, Bryson.
Rich, that wasn't a reaction about Bryson Stott, was it? That was Everton have just won, haven't they?
No, well, he's already won. It's Liverpool are now also losing.
Oh, okay. And if you could add one silly rule to baseball, what would it be?
Silly rule.
Could be anything. Banana rule or anything.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the banana ball rules, and the golden batter idea, where just like once at any time, you just bring out your guy. That could be a lot of fun. I don't know if I would really like it to mess with all the traditions of baseball, but it would absolutely make things more entertaining if just like at any time, all right, the bases are loaded, you're just gonna bring up Kyle Schwarber again.
Even if he's on third base, cut.
He's on third base. I don't know what happens if he's already playing.
Have to put a figurine of him on third base and sort of waddle him. Dusty will have to waddle him along as he.
That could be a lot of fun.
Richard, I know you've got one. You bagged one from last week.
Well, yeah, I thought we might all have a silly idea and see which one John thinks is league ready. Mine might be incredibly silly. I've not heard your guys' ideas, so maybe yours are more silly.
You got to go as first.
My one is, so if a player hits a home run, they can just keep running around the bases as many times as they want until that ball comes back.
That's going to be...
The difficulty is, obviously, fans just might keep hold of it.
Wait, the fans get involved.
But that's part of the challenge. The opposing players have to go into the stands to yank the ball out of the fan's hand and get it back in. It's great.
I love that.
Well, we had that incident with last year with the fans trying to rip the ball out of the player's hand. I can't remember who was involved. So we'll get the players can have their own back.
Yeah, you got fans fighting fans because somebody's trying to get the ball and get it back on the field.
And then meanwhile, Bryce Harper's rounding those bases, racking in those runs. Yeah.
But I just want to see Kyle Schwarber hit a home run into the parking lot, and he's there like on his 20th time around the bases, just dying for a beer.
Some outfielders heading down the concourse, trying to retrieve the ball. I love it.
Just going into the club shop and buying one and saying, this was it.
Well, I can't top that. Mine was actually quite serious. I think manager calls have to be from the eye, not from the telephone. And you've got literally 5 seconds to make that decision. Because they can't go, stop the game, let's make a phone call, let's get cameras. Do it from your eye. Let's see you. I want to just stop the game. I think that's from the eye. Challenge that or don't challenge that. Let's not have this delay in going to the phones, holding the game up. It should be straight away from instinct.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And if you can't see it with your eye, well, I guess it wasn't close enough to really
exactly
make this
exactly.
call, so.
Morgan,
this one I could almost see Rob Manfred bringing in. He introduced more stolen bases really because he made the bases a bit bigger. He reduced pickoff attempts. What if every time you stole home, you got 2 runs rather than just one? You've touched home plate. You get a second run for stealing home because no one steals home. Like what does I don't know Trey Turner do with that, or Ellie De La Cruz? Like some of these insanely quick players, Bobby Witt Jr. steals home 2 runs. It could really swing some games.
It really good. I like it because anytime a player was on third, anytime a speedy guy is on third, at least anyway. That just all of a sudden becomes super tense. They get 2 runs on one play, so I love it.
See, Rob Manfred, we're free anytime. We've got plenty more
Call us
ideas
up.
for that
Oh,
game.
I got loads more up here. But
There's a certain bargaining agreement coming up. Look, we're free. We can help your issues.
Yes.
All right, John. Let's talk about your new venture, which is really exciting, and I'm looking forward to taking a visit myself. So, Foley's the Phillies shop down at 2206 South Street, 11th of May opening. A lot of local artists, which I think is great with their artwork and merchandise as well. John, where'd the idea come from? Plug it, because I'm really excited for you about this one.
Man, it has been a lifelong dream of mine to run my own business, to run my own shop, to have something to do with Philly sports. So Foley's, the Philly Sports Shop, opening this May at 22nd and South. Easy location, everyone can find it, and we're going to have it filled with work from local artists, their prints, their T-shirts, a lot of folks that you know from Twitter or elsewhere. We're going to have autographed merchandise, high-end collectible memorabilia, and it's just and a whole bunch of other random stuff related to Philly sports that is just going to be a lot of fun. One of those stores that you just like to go into and say, "What's going on here? Let me look at all these things."
I love that.
And check it all out, and it should be a blast, man. I think we're gonna hold special events. We'll have guys in there doing signings, Phillies, ex-Phillies. We'll have music sometimes, just to showcase a particular artist, something like that. But I think it's something that there's really a lot of demand out there for, in that you've got fanatics sort of running everything. Nobody likes it. Nobody's happy about it. They've got a monopoly on all the official licensed merchandise. When meanwhile you've got all these wonderful, talented people coming up with their own designs and then incredible merch. And it can't say Phillies. It might say Philadelphia baseball or something like that. But it's great. It's high quality, and everything we sell is going to be of the highest quality. It's going to be at reasonable prices. It's not going to be a $55 jersey from Fanatics with the name crooked on the back, all the other problems, and you get it like 6 months later. You come to Foley's, you come to 2206 South, you see what you like, and you get it right away, immediate gratification, and then you head on down to the game. So
get your UK Phillies t-shirts at Foley's.
Oh hell yeah! Let's discuss. Everything there.
And by the way, to plug some of the local artists involved, because I recognised at least 3 of them that you put out on Twitter already. Let's give them a shout out.
Everybody knows Dwani, I think. Maybe I can't even tell you what she's most famous for, but I can tell you she did the mural, the City Connect mural at Citizens Bank Park. Really excited to have her on board. The store's going to be chock full of her merchandise. Philly Goat they're a great organization. Something happens, something funny, and all of a sudden, like the Castellano story breaks. The very next day, you get an email. They've got shirts with.
They're on it, aren't they? They are on it.
Presidente has with Castellano. They're terrific. Great group. Excited to have them on board. Liv, also from Twitter.
We met her last year at the tailgate.
Yeah, fantastic artist. I mean, they're just, I know I'm leaving a lot of folks out, but there are just so many talented people that I've met through, doing the Twitter thing for so long, and, being in the Philly sports world for so long, that it's just kind of a no-brainer to be able to take their work, put it somewhere in a brick and mortar store, people can come buy it. Also, the memorabilia, everything else we're going to have in the shop, or just come down and talk, hang out. The game's going to be on every night.
That's great.
If you're there,
if you got a bar, you got your license to sell alcohol.
Well, no, not officially, but we'll see what we can do if you stop by. You get to see your password. We'll head out back, and we'll see what we can do. But it's gonna be a fun time.
I love that. And how has it been? Has it been a difficult process to get to this point? How have you gone about it? Like even securing the property? Like I can only imagine a lot's got into this.
It's so much work. It's more than I expected, honestly. But this is my first experience in retail. But yeah, securing the location, insurance, securing suppliers, applying for wholesaler programs. It's really been a huge learning experience for me, and I'm sure it will be for a long time before I really figure out exactly what I'm doing or make any money with it, probably. But
yeah, right.
But until then, I'm fortunate enough to be in a spot where I'm able to do this and able to take a shot at it. And I think it's something I need to do, and it's where I need to be. If you ask anyone I've worked with, even in Philly sports media, you can ask the folks at PHLY on Patterson. Very difficult to manage. So, I really need to find something where I'm not answering to anyone, and owning my
your own
place.
boss.
Owning my own place seems the best way to do that. So I'm really fired up, and I think it's going to be a hell of a summer.
And you're in a great location, like South Philly as well. I'm gonna pay. I can't wait. I can't really drop it because it's going to be exclusive later in the year. Well, I'm over in June. It's going to be a big plug, but shot myself in the foot again here. I will be over at the beginning of June, so I'll let you know, man, and definitely pay it a visit. I'm looking forward to that.
Come on.
Just 1 week after saying on last week's pod that you were not going over this.
Yeah, a lot straight.
On record, I shouldn't. And then, 3 days later, Rich, was it?
I shouldn't, I could, I can't, I shouldn't, and then someone...
3 days later, you'd be like, I booked a flight.
However, for people listening, and I'm going to go into it in more detail in the season, I've managed to secure a flight for just over £300 return. And I will go into how I did it. Well, technically, including parking charges and getting to the airport. We'll go into that. The actual flight itself... It's just over £300 return, and it's really easy to do. And if you live in Ireland, you can do it for $270 from Dublin return.
Oh wow!
I can't believe.
I don't know what the exchange rate is right now, but that sounds.
It won't be for you guys. It won't be for you guys. Trump hates us. He's probably hacking those. He's probably putting those charges up straight away. No one's going to the UK.
It's not political.
Yeah, but I will go into it in more detail and do a feature about it, about people traveling from the UK and even Europe to the States, and especially Philly, because there is really good ways of doing it. It wasn't until I actually explored it that a normal direct flight from Heathrow was averaging about $580, $590. I've got mine. Yes, I have to connect in Dublin. However, you can clear customs in Dublin, fly straight to Philly, straight off at the airport.
Make your way up 95 onto the expressway, and then you go off at the South Street exit of the expressway, and you're right there at Foley's. So,
I'll be staying in South Street anyway, so it's perfect for me. But yeah,
fantastic. I love it.
I impulsively did the flight, on the assumption that Richard was already going in June, but it turns out he may not be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did we dirty, Richard? No,
it is that week though. That it would be that week if it does happen.
Casty's coming back. The White Sox are in town. What?
No, it's my birthday as well.
It's even better. What? It's even better.
This is no brainer, Richard. You got it.
We will see.
All right.
He'll be there.
But maybe Ishka Bibbles can fund the flight. If they're listening.
If they're listening, let's make it happen.
All right, let's talk Phillies. John say that is super. I'm rooting this. I think it is going to be a success. I think you're in the best location, the best man running it, local artists involved as well. It's going to be a hit, my man.
I hope you are right.
It is, John. It is.
You're right. And we'll find out. And if it's not, at least we'll have some fun along the way.
Exactly that. Hey, you gave it a go. You put yourself out there like fair play. I would love to do it. I'd love to own a British sports bar in Philly, or a fish and chip bar on the shore. That would be pretty.
There you go.
No, because I'll end up doing it. I'm so impulsive.
Just do it. That's what you got to do. You got to not think about it. Just do it. Just do things.
The craziest ideas have come from this show so far, so don't rule it out.
There you go.
Let's talk Phillies. Right, as we've covered, Crawford is looked so really good in spring so far. Bryson Stott has hit an oppo. He's gone dead center. He's looking like he's changed. Bomer's clutch. Bryce Harper's had a Bryce Harper's had a great start. Well, let's talk Painter. Painter's sort of taken the headlines the last couple of days. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself, which is very, very hard. But all the reports coming out from what they've seen, all 2 innings of it, very small sample size, is that he looks back, like back, pre-Tommy John back. The fastball's back. You know, Jack Fritz is going crazy about it. I'm excited. You know, that's enough for me to get excited. But the national media, you know, MLB Network are talking about Painter and how excited he could be. Some even saying that he could be the breakout player of the season in baseball. From what you've seen, John, so far, come on. Is the hype real?
Yes, I'm all in on Andrew Painter. I've been waiting years. I was so excited when he's about to make the rotation as a 19-year-old before the injury. Been following his progress on his journey back. I saw him dominating in the Arizona Fall League. Which at that time he was touching 100. So he has. There were some people who were worried about his velocity because he didn't touch 100 in his first start of the spring. Yeah. Okay, but he has touched 100 post-surgery. I don't think there's anything to worry about there about his velocity. And you know what they say is it takes some time. I think that success in the fall league was, you know, it maybe people think maybe okay he should be back right away, and they struggled last year with the Iron Pigs, and everybody was sort of like maybe now we're not as excited about him. We should still be very excited about this guy. There are a lot of Phillies seasons in the last a couple decades where he would have been the story and the only story of the spring, and everybody would just be watching for what he does. I think, as excited as a lot of us are, I think as a whole the fan base is not excited enough about this guy, because if he is
not excited enough,
because if he is what he can be, and we obviously know the potential's there, we've seen him dominate pretty much everywhere except for this last season, coming back from injury, playing for the Iron Pigs. You know, he's dominated everywhere, and if he is that person, you have a frontline, top of the rotation starter at a reasonable price for a long time, and that has effects on the rest of the team, right? Because now you've got an ace for pretty cheap, controllable young talent. I mean, we'll see what happens with new negotiations and CBAs and whatnot.
True.
But I would imagine whatever happens, you're still going to be in a good spot when you have young homegrown talent, especially an ace pitcher. He could be the centerpiece of the Phillies for a decade. So no pressure, Andrew Painter.
No, this is Stott, Painter. Yeah.
But we're really counting on you for the late 2020s and.
Oh, he excited himself. He's. Oh, you're back. Phew. I thought that was a mic drop. Right, Painter's going to be it. Goodbye.
I know, but everything went black on my screen. I didn't know what happened.
I think one big. Sorry, can I say one positive for last year? He made 22 starts. Like, he threw 106 innings. He took the ball every 5 days, and I think he took the ball on a 4th day at one point. I think they tested him and said, "What about 4 days rest rather than 5?" That's a massive positive for me. I know the ERA was high, and I know obviously that's the really easy number to look at and say Andrew Painter isn't as good as we expected, and we've been sold a dream and all of this. But in his first year back from Tommy John, he made every single start you'd asked for. And I think one big comparison you can make is Sandy Alcantara of the Marlins, who had won the Cy Young Award, had Tommy John, last year really struggled, but again, made every start. So if someone as good as Sandy can do that, why can't Painter, as part of his recovery, have Tommy John, have a full year, then look really good again? So I think Painter is in line to have a really good year. I don't know what a good year looks like. Is it a 4 ERA in 30 starts? Is it...
Well, that was what I was going to ask. What would be to you guys, one, a good season for Painter? What would you take? And two, how would the Phillies going to manage him? Because obviously Wheeler's going to be out, so I think he could make the opening day roster. That's not out of the question until at least Wheeler comes back. But how are they going to control him? Will they bring him in for certain series when it gets tough with the back-to-back series? What would we class as a good Painter season? I'll start with you, John.
I think I'm pretty confident he's going to make the team right out of camp. I think you'll see him on the roster all year long. think, if you look at the back of the rotation, I think you'll probably have these things have a way of working themselves out. Somebody may get hurt. We hope not, but somebody may get hurt. But if it comes down to like Painter or Taiwan Walker as your 5, I think people are going to want to see Painter. And I think it goes a good season for him. If you can see an ERA under 4, somewhere in the 3s, I think that's reasonable to hope for. And I think that's very much a success. And I think it would set him up, as he gains experience here and gains confidence to have some really incredible seasons down the road. But I'll take anything under a 4.0 ERA this season.
Yeah, Richard, Morgan, same for you boys.
World Series.
No, I think similar to what John said. I think he just needs to show. I don't think he needs to be perfect. I think he just needs to, show enough. It's debatable what show enough is going to be. I think a lot's going to depend what we see out of Nola and Walker this year as well. How they play is probably going to, unfortunately for Painter, or maybe fortunately, have an effect on how he's perceived. I think if the rest of the rotation does what we know they're capable of, I think he's going to be given a bit more, he'll have a bit more leeway to be like, we trust you, we're going to keep going, we can work this out. If the others are struggling, that's when it becomes, well, we need someone to perform.
That's a good point. If Nola and Walker and even Wheeler doesn't come back to where he was prior to the injury, which is possible with that sort of injury, then there's more pressure on Painter. Painter, we need him to sort of like be the guy you're meant to be, But if the other pitchers are all performing and the lineup is strong, the rotation's strong, there's that less pressure on Painter. It's like, Painter, you go out every 5th day and just do your thing, just relax and take it all as a learning curve. We've won the series already. Sort of, it's a rubber game. But you're right. Depending on how the rest of the rotation does, which I'm very confident it's going to do well.
I should say I'm not doubting they're going to do well. I still think we've got one of the best time rotations in baseball, but it's one of those. You don't know, and like John says, you don't know with maybe injuries, even if it's like a little niggling injury. I think we just need to see him just be capable. I think is.
Yeah, and I think the organization's doing the right thing in that you're not counting on him to come in here and be an ace right off the bat. You're counting on him to be a guy and pick up some starts. It's I know you said we'll talk about Crawford later, but it's similar there that he's going to bat 9th. It's not like we're counting on him to come in and be the leadoff hitter and the catalyst right away, and that's the right way to bring these guys along. And the Phillies are in a fortunate spot where they've got a lot of talent on the team, and these guys are not being counted on to bring Philly baseball back. They're just counted on to come in and do their jobs and do their best and play to their potential.
That's the thing. We're going into a season. Otto Kemp's going to have his full season. We're going to have Crawford coming in. We're going to have Painter coming in. We've got young guys. We should be excited. Like, I remember back in the times then when Hoskins was coming through, etc. That, oh look, it's youngsters are coming through, and it's an exciting time. But I think with fans worried about this closing window, but I see this as another window opening now. I think we're phasing into another window. I don't see it, like I said last week, as a rebuild. It's more of a reshape now. We're sort of moving on now to these younger guys. I still don't think they know what they're doing in the outfield. The fact that Keaton Anthony, it'd be great to see him if he can work out in the outfield. That bat would be huge if it does come to fruition. He does keep that going. What do you see the outfield being? Do you see it being Marsh? Then it'll be Garcia, and then Crawford.
Yeah, I think you're going to see.
Or do you think they're going to make a move? Or do you think they're going to make a move? Do you think there's another move out there possibly?
I have no faith in them to make a move. What I think they'll do, I think they're going to put Crawford in the center every day. And I heard Rod Thompson say something along the lines of just close your eyes, put him out there, let him play every day, and get his experience. And if hopefully he plays really well, but if not, you're still bringing him along. I think left field, heavy dose of Marsh, Kemp. as a possible platoon if he's serviceable out there in the outfield. I do really dislike the Phillies' attitude that he can just sort of toss anyone out there in left
I
field.
agree.
They've
I
tried
agree.
it. They've
Yeah.
tried it with so many guys.
They might even bring back Vince Velasquez and tell him, to go in
Why
the
not?
outfield.
Yeah, bring Vinny Vilo out there. But you do gotta find a spot for Kemp somewhere if you believe in his bat, which I do. I think he's going to be at least a very solid player. But you look at Marsh's platoon splits and the way he can hit righties, and if you get, it's one of the biggest failures on the Phillies' part in the past few seasons has been to not find a right-handed bat to platoon with Marsh in left field. Like that shouldn't be a tall task. It shouldn't be. It's not like trying to find a superstar. Just find somebody who's sort of the equivalent of Marsh, but right-handed. They haven't been able to do it. Maybe Kemp can fill that role. That'd be fantastic. And over and right, it's going to be Garcia, who, there's upside there. A lot of upside. We saw what he did in 2023. Struggled a little the last couple seasons, but hopefully he can work with Kevin Long and figure something out in his swing and get back to where he was.
Do you feel Dombrowski needs one of these to stick? We've had Merrifield, didn't quite work out. We've had David. We've had a few players now that we brought in that just haven't worked in that sort of outfield. We need something to just stick.
Yeah, you got to think he's due, right?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Dombrowski, a Hall of Fame executive.
Yeah, Kepler didn't exactly work out either. And then we had Harrison Bader, and we let him go.
And we let him go. I loved Bader, man. He was fantastic. So much energy. I can see why they thought maybe they had to go in a different direction, but he ended up signing a deal. I forget exactly what it was, but it wasn't.
It was similar to Garcia, right? I think.
Yeah, it wasn't that much money, so that might be something they regret. But we'll see what happens here. If Garcia can step up, I mean, I do like seeing Garcia as compared to Castellanos in terms of. He's going to be better defensively no matter what in right field.
Yes.
And his bat, I think, is a similar gamble to what Castellanos' bat would have been.
Yeah.
And we'll save on the beer bill as well. So
yes. Beer bill. And maybe a little less tension in the clubhouse. So we'll see.
Yeah, another big test today. Brandon Marsh did actually get the start in right field today. He committed an error straight away, but if they are trying something, Rob Thompson
That's
did
interesting.
Let's put Marsh in right field. Kemp started in left and Crawford started in centre.
This is the classic. It's just spring training, isn't it?
It's
Marsh
just
Maynard.
spring
It's only spring. It's only spring.
only
Marsh Maynard. Don't
spring.
panic. But we love Bryson.
It's only spring, but they're doing it for a reason, right? They want to see.
Right. Yeah.
It's just spring. Keaton Anthony's in left field. We shouldn't get excited, but then here we are talking about it.
Yeah, look, they can make it work.
Swings and roundabouts of it.
We're talking about spring ins, but what else are we going to talk about?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's tough to get content right now. Let's do some overs and unders. I've got a couple. I'll do them for all of you guys. So let's start with Schwarber, 50 home runs again. Morgan, over or under?
Over. I'll say 51.
Ooh, go on, Richard.
I'm going under, but it's going to be very, very close.
And John, the early campaigner for Schwarber's 50 home. I think you're on the pod last year saying he's going to get 50 home runs.
I did, yeah, which makes me feel like I should probably do it again. But in my heart of hearts, I think that's tough.
Yeah, it is.
I'm thinking similar to Richard that maybe not quite 50, but 47ish, and that's a great season. A lot of things have to go right for you to get to 50. First and foremost, you got to stay healthy the entire season, playing enough games. And last season was just magical for Schwarber. The 400 run game, to duplicate that would be tough, but it'll be close. To
even get near that, you're talking 100 home runs in 2 seasons. It's insane. That's wild. It's insane. I'm with you. I think 47, 46, which I'll happily take. If you're probably going to get about 100 RBIs with that as well. It's a good way of winning a division. It helps. It adds up. If you get everyone else alongside you. I've got Phillies 93.5 wins. John, over or under?
stuff. That's the right place to set the line. I think I'm going to go over because I don't. It was 96 last year. I don't really see why they would be any worse than last year's team. We all have our
Right.
we all have our questions about October, as we should.
Which we'll get to in October.
Yeah, once we get to October. But as far as the regular season goes, this is pretty much the same team, and a lot of people are upset about that because of the October results. But in terms of what they can do during the regular season, I think you should expect about the same. And they won 96 last year, so I'll go over.
I absolutely agree. And you know what? We weren't far. I don't care what Hunter Broads says. Saying that the Phils were nowhere near the Dodgers. Yeah, we were. We in every single category. We matched them literally nose for nose. The fact that final game went to 4 a.m. and so many innings and extras that it all blurs into one, and Kirkering, unfortunately, it happened to him, but we were close. I don't care what he says, and it really bugged me. It's like, yeah, we were close. Don't do this for likes. Don't be that guy. And it's the same team. And you know what? Anything can happen in October. I don't think the division's improved much in general in the NL East. I don't think the Mets have got particularly that bad. Yeah, they've got Bo Bichette.
They lost Alonso.
He's made some errors in the spring. Exactly. Alonso's now causing fights for the Orioles. Yeah. And they've lost Brandon Nimmo as well. He's gone to the Rangers. So we'll see opening weekend. I don't rate their pitching at all. The Braves, the Braves have just tailspan. I think we're looking at still. I agree. I will even say 96 wins again. Richard?
Yeah, over. Easy over.
Easy over. What are you saying? 100? Higher?
It's not impossible with that pitching, man.
Hey, 162 and 0 still on the cards.
Nasty.
Morgan?
Over. The amount of games we lost to the bullpen is just not going to happen this year. Like, we don't
love
have
it.
To watch.
You're big on this bullpen, Morgan, aren't you? You're getting me excited for this bullpen.
But I also don't have to watch Jordan Romano, Joe Ross, Carlos Hernandez losers games.
But I was there during the Brandon Workman day. Like, it still scars me. Like, this having a good bullpen and reliable bullpen just doesn't settle with me. It's a concept that I can't get my head around.
For the first time with Bryce, we have an elite closer. Yeah, we had 1.5 good year of Kimbrel, but we've got Duran for a full year. Like, that is so
it's true.
That's huge. It's huge.
Like,
and I think
ignoring everyone below him, of Keller and Alvarado and Backus and Boland and everyone else I can rave about, we have a full year of Duran. That's more than 93.5 wins.
You've got your ninth inning lockdown, and then you've got Keller as an option in the eighth. Maybe he becomes like just your set eighth inning guy. You've got Alvarado. You've got good options from the left side. Backus has looked good. Kirkering, for all the grief he's going to get, very good pitcher. I agree with Morgan that this could be a lethal bullpen. And as far as all those runs Romano gave up, and that's just addition by subtraction, you got to feel good about it.
You guys get like some of the names I saw in the bullpen at the start of spring. I'm like, I don't know who these guys are, but Morgan's getting me excited for it. You're getting some excited for this bullpen, so maybe I will let myself relax a little and let him in.
Yeah.
Let him into my tight circle.
Let him within the circle of trust.
Yeah, which can be easily broken with this bullpen. Alec Bohm, 95 RBI, over or under. John?
I know this is your guy, man. It's tough for me. I'm a little down on Bohm. I don't know. It would be incredible for the team if Bohm can put up triple digits in RBIs, if he can, take control of that cleanup spot and just give the guys in front of him confidence that, take your walks, Bryce Harper, because I'm going to slap a double and bring everybody home. I don't know.
Just say it, John. It's okay. Like I said, I'm
going to go under. I'm going to go under.
All right. I'm not going to ask how many because I feel it could be a lot under. I think I'll do it. Morgan?
I haven't seen him in spring. I don't think he's really played.
He's good. No, he's looking really, really good in spring.
I've got nothing to go off.
I've seen one at bat and he hit a double and an RBI. I've seen enough. I don't want to see any more.
No, I've not really seen enough of him. I know there's been some really good words on him. I think there was a piece on The Athletic. It might have been somewhere else on MLB.com. There was a really good piece on Alec Bohm.
Was it Gelb? Someone
Might be
has
Miguel.
done a
I think
piece.
I sent you it. I can't
Oh
remember who
no,
wrote it.
it was I think it was Todd Zalecki.
It was Todd Zalecki that wrote it. It had me encouraged, but I've not seen anything to kind of get me. So I'm going to say under, but I'm hoping he has a good year anyway.
All right, Richard, bring it back.
Yeah, well, I was just looking. He got 97 in 2024, 2023. So I'm going to go over. He played fewer games last year, obviously. If he stays healthy, I think over.
I think
But again, it'll be close.
a big part of it is, do you believe that he has a special knack for just being able to hit with runners in scoring position, or has he just got lucky in those circumstances to have, you know,
I'm not even answering that.
his number, and it's incredible, and it's like something that
I will
he's
say
bringing
I'm
to
not a
the
big fan
team.
of RBI as a stat for that reason. Like it's so dependent on the other players in the team that
No, yeah, it's true. I see where you're coming from.
Stuff, but you know, he's done it in a few seasons, sort of overperforming when guys are on base. So if he can continue to do it, they'll be in good shape.
I believe he will. I've got a couple, but I think it's running out of time. Let's do one you did put forward, Morgan. Crawford, stolen bases. Let's just do a rough number, an over or under on a .280 average. John.
Oh, I'm going over. The man has hit.
Really? You think in his first season?
Yes,
That would
in
be
his
awesome.
first season, because I think some of these guys, they just show up and they do what they can do right away. And you look at him in spring training; he looks very comfortable. He looks like a major leaguer. He doesn't look like a rookie. And this is a guy. All he does is hit 300 wherever he goes. You know, Double A, Triple A, spring training. He just hits the ball. And I know there are concerns about his ground ball rate, but if you look at him, he's driving the ball. That ground ball rate has dropped every year. As he continues to progress, and he just can flat out fly. So I think he's going to get some bunt base hits. He's going to get hits on little dribblers.
But it was so nice to see a player actually successfully landing a bunt and get on base.
Yeah, I mean, this is for fans of a certain age to see a guy hitting 300 batting average is just fantastic, and I'm so excited about him. And I think people should be more excited about him.
Oh, John, you're getting me high. Get me to opening day now. Let's get the classic out of the way. I'm ready.
Yes.
Richard, where are you on Crawford for an average and stolen bases?
Yeah, I think 280 is a reasonable sort of target for him. Stolen bases, I don't know. Whatever number you say, Dave, I agree with.
We'll go 30 stolen and an average of .280.
Yeah, let's do it.
I reckon it.
Lock it in.
I reckon. I know you're the same, Morgan. I reckon it'd be around the 300s as well.
I think he does it. He hits the ball hard. People got too obsessed with the ground ball rate. He hits the ball really hard. 40%, 44% hard hit rate last year, and today he hit another ball 100 mile an hour for a single. He hits the ball hard, and people have kind of forgotten that. I'll say
But was that single because it went on the ground rather than in the air?
It was the opposite field, so it doesn't count. He went down third baseline. I'll say 290.
He did hit He did hit some when we were there last year. We got on base twice, didn't he? Both.
I think so.
I think he got. Oh, I can't remember. For the brand, let's say he did.
He did.
Two excellent.
He absolutely did. I just looked it up. He did. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. He definitely. Although I remember Keaton Anthony stole the show when we were there.
Keaton Anthony was. Yeah, he was impressive when we were there.
Brilliant. Right. John Crook is back on airways next. I think it's next week he's back. So we'll hopefully have some entries for our What the Crook segment next week. Morgan, I know the top 30 Philly prospect list has been revised. I know you got some picks for us, Morgan. I know we're running out of time, but who are your top picks from that? I know Rincones is 5.
Number 8.
He moved up to 8.
Number 8, isn't he?
Oh yeah, no, wait, no, that's right. That's right. But it's good to have them. Top 8 on the brink. Morgan, who else was there, buddy?
I'm just going to quickly enjoy talking about Caden Hettinger. He hit a home run against the Nats, 2-run home run against the Nats on the 26th of Feb. He's got a 1.771 OPS in 5 at-bats. He's very small sample size. He's in the top 30. He's ahead of Keaton Anthony and Brian Rincon in our top 30 now. He's only one of 2 catchers in our top 30. And so our catching depth in the minor leagues is very thin. Obviously, Ty8 was traded to get Duran here, so I'm hoping we do have a catcher with JT aging. But yeah, 11th round pick in 2023, and he had a 718 OPS in high A last year. Dropped a little bit when he got up to double A, but we've got a double A catcher who is in the top 30 and has looked okay in spring training. So I'm hoping Caden Hettinger is the one to watch out for.
Love that. And as I said previously in the pods, we will keep an eye on the minor league, especially AA and AAA, how our boys are getting on. And Morgan will keep giving us guys to watch. What's his name?
Caden Hettinger, Kehden, and then Hettinger, Hettiger.
I feel this is one of those where the Americans will pronounce it one way and we pronounce it. It's a classic tomato situation there.
And then Philadelphia will pronounce it its own way.
Yeah, exactly.
Completely separate.
Yeah, well, the fact that we were on to him first and we've got him out there first, we'll take it our way. It's our way that goes.
Yeah, we'll bring up this podcast in August when he's great.
John, is it? Yeah. John, is there any prospects that you like to look of in that top 30? Any sort of names that we may not have come across yet?
Off the radar, I do. This is a name that I think you're probably familiar with, but we have not talked about Aiden Miller today.
The injury. It's on my notes. I just saw the time. I don't want to bring the pot down. It's been so positive.
A lot of concerns about his back, and hopefully that's not a chronic issue. But and I would imagine if he's healthy, that we would see him later in the season as well. And that now you've got something really interesting going, because Painter and Crawford will already be dominant, and now here comes a third guy in the same year. So,
but where's he going to go? He can't play third base. Bohm's there. Like, what do we?
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Very interesting.
I know the writing's on the wall for Alec. You don't have to break it to me, boys. I know where this is going. But you're right. I heard Ruben Amaro saying with Todd Zlecki and Jim Salisbury that it's the second time he's had the same injury at this age is a concern. But I think he said Cole Hamels had something similar with similar back issues that he managed to get rectified quite early in his career and then didn't suffer from it anymore. So hopefully it's a case of that. But there was genuine concern for Aiden Miller with this injury. Are you feeling the same, John? This same back injury already has come back?
Very concerned. I mean, you have to be back injuries, as anybody who has had some back pain can tell you, is so tricky and hard to get right. But he's a professional athlete. He has the best support possible from the organization and the training staff, and hopefully he's so young. So
exactly, age is on his side, and we don't need to rush him through yet. Bohm's got third base down, so we're all
right. There's no rush. Bohm's got it.
But he's the answer.
Propaganda in this episode is through the roof.
Yeah, and it won't stop. It won't stop, Morgan. Until the last one on that island, which hopefully won't happen. He's my boy. He's my boy. That's a wrap. John, thank you so much for coming on, buddy.
Hey,
the game. We've got the game.
We do have the game. We can squeeze it in.
Have you got time for the game, John?
I got time for the game. I'll sit here all night.
What's we might, the listeners, if they're still listening at this point, may not.
I got nowhere to go. We can turn the camera off, and I'll stop.
We can make it into a 2-episode special, Right, we still haven't got a name for this game, have we? We're still going between the Great.
Well, we had a few. I'm not sure what if we landed on one.
I like Brits and Giggles,
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Brits and Giggles, the Great British Slang Off, the word series. Richard, explain to John how.
Well, we had the Union Jack Off as well, which which apparently we're not allowed to use.
So,
anyway,
Richard, explain to John the rules of the. Well, explain to John what's going to be happening.
So we have 6 different sort of British slang phrases, and you just simply have to tell us what they mean, and you will get varying degrees of help. As we said, Spencer McKercher is leading our leaderboard of 1.
With a generous 4. We're giving him a generous 4.
It's a very scientific scoring process.
I gotta beat Spence.
So,
Intense.
Joel, let's see how you do.
All right, let's go.
So, the first word we have is minging. So, MINGING.
Minging, minging. So that's
I want to put some background music on.
Can I phone a friend?
Do we want some
it's just
context at this point?
I think, yeah. Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, come on, Richard. Where are the?
That looks absolutely minging.
Looks fantastic, beautiful.
Oh no! It was a 50-50 what way you were going to go, and you went the wrong way.
It's like disgusting.
All right.
Like, yeah, just disgusting. That looks absolutely minging. Like,
Minging.
wouldn't touch.
Right.
Okay, the next word is barmy. BARMY.
Barmy. That's like.
You might say he's a bit barmy.
He's a bit barmy. It's like. It's like Dave's a bit barmy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's pretty on board. But yeah, no, I would agree. Yeah.
Damn, this is tough.
Dave, you start chants at Citizens Bank Park and you stand out a little bit. I think barmy is a decent way to describe you.
Yeah, but it's not an answer. You
So,
can't,
like,
you can't
outgoing,
put Dave
like,
Shaw.
No, actually, yeah, we'll give you a point. Well, the answer is Dave Shaw.
Just excited, outgoing.
Loud.
Yeah, a bit like crazy, kind of like.
Yeah, barmy.
Yeah, we'll give you a point.
I knew
We'll
that
give him
one. That's a
barmy. We'll
point.
give him
Yeah,
barmy.
let's do it. All right.
And then we have scran.
Scram, like get out of here.
Scran. So so it's like scram, but with an N on the end instead of an M.
Oh,
So
scram.
SCRAN. So almost. Do you want to go for some scran?
I'm going to say that's what we call scrapple in Philly. That's just like all sorts of parts of the animal, like the pig, that you don't really understand, and you cook it up, and it's scrapple. Here,
We'll give you half. We'll give you half a mark. It's just like food in general.
Food? Okay,
it's just food in general. Yeah.
Okay.
Scrap, but it's a quite regionalised. We wouldn't say scram.
It's more of a
down
northern
here.
thing.
Yeah, it's a northern.
yeah.
But Southerners don't say it.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
well,
you're a
that's the
northerner.
thing. I know more of the southern slang. Really, I guess is the issue.
Yeah,
Well,
you're fitting well down here, where I live. Yeah.
We shall see, as the next one is Cockney rhyming slang. So Spencer had one of these as well. So there's two words, and obviously it rhymes with the words that it refers to. So the second word rhymes to the word it refers to. Dog and bone.
So
the dog and bone.
Bone rhymes with the word we're looking for. So a dog and bone is something.
A dog and bone is a phone.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
You got it.
Bang.
2.5.
With no help. And I wouldn't even say it's a generous
Absolutely
2.5
no
so far. This is a genuine.
That's a solid. That's a solid 2.5.
I'm not going to cheat like Spencer.
Okay, and then we have Hindu.
Hindu.
So this is like sort of an event, or so. They're going on a Hindu this weekend.
Like a what we would call a bender. Like I'm gonna start drinking on Friday.
Almost.
I'm gonna wake
It's
up on
like a
Saturday.
specific. It's to celebrate a specific thing. You do have a word for it.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
Americans do have a word for it.
But it is a bender, but it's to celebrate. I mean, it might be more of a bender in the UK than it is in the US.
Like a bachelor party.
Yeah. Or other way.
Or a bachelorette party.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's half a point at least.
No, that's a full point. He got there.
That's a full
It takes. We were on a solid 2.5. Now I'd just say we're on a 3.5, but we lose the solid.
A fair
And if he
3.5.
gets help on the last one, it'd be a generous.
All right. So this is man.
This is it to beat Spence.
It's highly scientific.
It's a new high mark. All right.
So this is it. This one might be a bit tough. So it's pied. So if someone gets pied,
If they get pied,
yeah, I think this is. I don't even know how to put in a sentence without giving it away.
Yeah, I'm the same. I know what it means.
Yeah, I've got
Say it in
one,
a
but I
sentence.
can't.
you get pied. You're stoned. You're very high. You're pied. Your eyes look like pies.
It's actually quite. That's not a bad
Probably
example.
bad.
Might start using that myself. That one.
Would work in Brighton, wouldn't
I
it?
have no idea.
Is
Man.
he pied?
These were tough. What was it?
They were tough. So that's like, have you like rejected? So if you like ask someone out, and
Yeah,
they say
so-
no, it's like you've been pied.
So it's like they punch you right in the face. Is that?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you're messaging a girl and there's complete silence afterwards for a good few days, you've been pied.
Ah, damn.
It's brutal.
Yeah, you
It's
know
a
that
brutal
feeling, don't you,
world.
Dave?
Dave has no
So-
comment.
So I started 3.5 for John. Yeah.
3.5.
3.5, just behind Spencer, but it was a generous score, so I feel like they're
mine
almost.
was honest. Yeah. So it's basically.
I'd say it's a solid 3.5. I would.
Yeah, solid 3.5. We'll upgrade
The
it to a
ones he
solid
got right
3.5.
were
Need the adjective,
good
it's just
conviction.
3.5.
Yeah.
Meant to get generous. He gets a little asterisk.
Right. We have to think of it as leaderboard. And how we're going to do. How we're gonna,
Maybe we'll have to go back and listen to Spencer and see just how much help we gave him.
let's just play them all at the end, and we'll do our own pod for it.
Oh, it's a great game. I'll have to, what this is telling me is I got to spend more time across the pond, man.
Yes, you
And
do,
just
John.
Hang out with you guys.
You
So
can
you can
expand
have
your
a-
store over here.
You can have a bonus
right.
one, which was Spencer's favourite phrase that he said he was going to start using. So,
Oh, yeah.
full of beans.
Full of beans, like.
So you would describe someone as being full of beans.
It's like full of bullshit.
Oh, that's
I
what
think
Spencer
that's
said.
what Spencer
That's
said
what
as well.
Spencer said.
You're full of beans. No, that's not
No,
it.
it's like full. It's like they're like really excited or like full of energy.
Hype,
Okay.
sort of.
Yeah.
like beaned up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's a good point.
Is
Yeah.
that the coffee? All right.
Yeah, beans.
I'm
Yeah,
not
full
good
of
at
beans
this game.
beaned up would work well.
Beamed up when talking.
I think we need to get the top 3 or the top 2 at the end of the season to come on the show and do a head-to-head.
And have a slang off.
Yeah. I have a slang. The Great British Slang Off. Yeah, that works.
There
Right,
we go.
guys, we'll wrap this up. This is a long show. I've enjoyed this one. I enjoy them all, by the way. No, just to the other 2 shows. Right, John.
Spencer was rubbish.
Yeah,
Spencer's was terrible. So
yeah.
Congratulations
Only an hour
on
spent.
Spencer. This show was so much better.
An hour. That's rookie numbers spent. Hour and 10 over it. Great Britain beat the Milwaukee Brewers 7-2.
There you go.
Ahead of their World Baseball Classic game, which starts Friday very quickly, guys, because by the time we're back on air, Britain could be out. More likely we'll be out. So
Well,
let me give you the
manifesting
timings again. Mexico is Friday, 7 o'clock UK time, 6 o'clock UK time. Then the USA, Saturday night, 1 a.m. I doubt I'm going to be... I don't want to see Bryce Harper hitting bombs against us. And then it's Italy. Really 2 big games after, as we discussed in the last pod. Italy is then on Sunday evening at 6 o'clock. And then Brazil the following day at 6 o'clock. If Britain
No,
can
it's
win...
only Saturday.
So what, USA Saturday morning?
Yeah, they're both Saturday. Yeah, it's like Saturday 1 a.m. Just the quirk of the timing. Saturday 1 a.m. and then Saturday 6 p.m.
You know, I think I tripped over this last week as well.
It's on the UK Phillies Instagram and
Yes, it is. Plug.
You can see it.
Yes, it is. The full schedule is on the Insta. Italy and Brazil
as are all the Phillies games.
in UK times. Plenty of UK friendly times. But the Italy and Brazil game are massive for the UK because Great Britain, because we need to win those. If we can win one of those 2, qualify top 4, we will then re-qualify for the tournament in 2030. And both those 2 are winnable. Win those, we have a shot at the pool going into the knockouts. So hey, in Harry Ford we trust. He hit a home run again today. King Harry, let's do it. What a show. John, thank you for coming on, buddy. We'll get you on
thank
again
you.
very soon, man. It's always a blast.
Anytime, man. It's always a blast.
And Morgan, Richard, have a great week, guys. F1 this weekend, Phillies, World Baseball Classic, football. It's a great sporting week. So from me, Dave
Hockey
Shaw.
trade deadline as well. That's exciting.
What is
Sorry
it?
to steal your thunder. It's the hockey trade deadline as well. So potentially lots going on for the Flyers as well.
But you're gonna, and you can get up to date with that on UK Flyers on Instagram. From me, Dave Shaw, it is Ring the Bell. From Morgan.
Ring the bell.
From Richard.
Ring the bell.
And take us out, John.
Ring that bell, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.